Most people treat January 1st like a participation trophy. They buy a gym membership they won't use and make resolutions that have the backbone of a jellyfish, my guys. Look, if you're a fire starter, you're not interested in the new year, new me cliche. You're interested in remapping your reality. There is a psychological phenomenon that happens every January, a window of high velocity attraction where new relationships are forged and old, rotting ones are finally put in the ground. Today, I'm going to show you how to weaponize the fresh start effect to get the girl that you actually want. And ladies, you can use the same thing to get the man of your dreams. But before we build the new, we have to burn the old. If you're currently tethered to a toxic relationship, a cheater, you know these idiots, and it's draining your battery, this is your eviction notice, my ladies. This is your eviction notice, my dudes. We're going to talk about the brain science of why you're addicted to the chaos and why January is the most profitable month for the ethically masculine man. Let's get it, boys. As an ex-psychology professor, I call this temporal landmarks. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that humans are wired to use dates. New Year's, birthdays, Mondays, am I right? To create a clean, a clean mental slate, right? Why does dating explode in January? Because everyone just spent December under the crushing weight of family expectations or the loneliness of being single during the holidays. It ain't fun, boys. You know it's not. By January 1st, the social clock is ticking. Hypergamy is on high alert, my dudes. Women are looking for the man who is actually moving forward, not just talking about it. Right? We don't got simps here. We don't got simps. Come on now. This is why the first 2 weeks of January are the busiest in dating app history, baby. Come to plant the spark and make your dreams come true. But you aren't going to be the guy frantically swiping. You're going to be the guy whose environment is already optimized. Especially if you've been with this channel for a while, baby. You know the ethical masculinity playbook. Come on. The problem is you can't optimize while you're still poisoned. We need to talk about the dead weight you're carrying. Now, I'm going to take this a little bit different from my usual episodes, right? We're going to talk a little bit about the breakup stuff here. Because quite frankly, my dudes, you cannot build a temple on a landfill. If you're starting 2026 attached to someone who mocks your mission, leaks emotional chaos, keeps you in a state of the dread game anxiety, I mean, dude, you are handicapped, my man. Get out. If you're stuck in an intermittent reinforcement loop, you know, the hot, cold BS that these people play. If you're waiting for the good version of them to come back, newsflash, that version was a trailer for a movie that was never even filmed. They don't exist. You've just made them into something they're not. It's like saying Sharknado was a great movie because you had to watch it. It sucked. Look. For the men, stop the one last talk cycle. Toxic partners use your desire for closure as a hook. You don't need closure. You need distance. Here's a script for you boys. This relationship is no longer healthy for my mission or my peace. I am moving on. Do not contact me. And then the rule, right? No contact. Block the number. If you're checking her Instagram stories to see if she's sad, you are not detached, my guys. You're just a spectator to your own misery. Come on, man. Ground yourselves. Put that backbone up. Shoot. For the women, safety priority. Let's be honest. These are not the same things, breaking up with a woman or breaking up with a man. It's unfortunate, ladies, but you gotta protect yourself. There are biological and physical risks, right? The eminently feminine woman needs a tactical retreat. The method, right? Never break up in private, ladies. Never. If there has been any history of volatility, you do not break up in private. And quite frankly, I would tell you all to use the public place rule because you just never know with these simple minded little pussy boys and what they're going to do. Bring a friend or a family member to the house, right, to get your stuff. Do not go back one last time alone. That is not going to help you, and it is definitely not safe. Guys, if you need the word for word scripts and the safety checklists, go to www.plantthespark.com. Grab the Leaving Toxic Relationships manual. I mean, it is a surgical tool for your freedom. It's good. It's good. All right. Back to a lighter topic, not even that light, but let's get into the brain science of why this January, right? This January window of love is so powerful, right? When you commit to a fresh start, right, your brain undergoes this massive chemical shift, right? First, let's talk about the dopamine versus the cortisol, right? In a toxic relationship, your brain is bathed in cortisol, which, is the stress hormone. I mean, it keeps you in a survival state. Your nervous system is already sort of super reactive, needy, and totally unattractive, my dudes. But when you execute a clean break and set a new mission, you trigger a dopaminergic reset. Your brain starts rewarding you for seeking and building again. Hypergamy is biologically tuned to sniff out a man's hormonal profile, my guys. A man leaking cortisol smells like a failure. A man surging with dopamine and testosterone, he smells like potential, baby. Furthermore, there is a neurotransmitter called norepinephrine. Norepinephrine. We haven't really talked about this much on the channel, but norepinephrine spikes during periods of novelty and change. The new year, baby. This chemical increases focus and physiological arousal. The new year just brings in a little bit more of that feeling of like, damn, I feel good, right? I mean, when you walk into a room in January with a new mission, your norepinephrine levels are high. You are literally more vivid to people around you, right? You aren't just another guy. You are a high frequency signal in a world of low frequency, wimpy boys. This is the biological spark that makes women lean in. Come on, boys. Once you clear that toxicity from your life and your neurochemistry is primed, then we fill the void with the ACR. Come on now. You knew I couldn't finish this episode without talking about my signature moves. Come on. This is how you get the girl in the new year, my dudes. Autonomy, the mission. Your resolution shouldn't be find a girlfriend. Hell no. It should be a mission that would make you proud, even if you were the last man on earth. When you have an autonomous life, you have outcome independence, and it makes you attractive. Build a life that she wants to be a part of. Stop chasing boys. Come on now. And then you want to work on your competence, right? Your proof. January. This is about visible growth. Fix your finances, fix your physique, fix your social skills. Hypergamy selects for resource acquisition potential. If she sees you mastering a new skill in January, she's betting on your future. Relatedness, the leader, right? Be the leader. This is where you lead the energy, my guys. Don't be the guy waiting for a sign. Guys, there's never the right time or the wrong time. You shoot your shot and then you see what she has to say. And it's okay either way because there's a lot of chickies out there, baby. Be the man who invites her into your world. Look, guys, we teach ethical masculinity, not the red pill rage garbage, right? The manosphere BS, if you will, right? I mean, The red pill tells you to treat women like enemies in the new year. Are you freaking kidding me? Enemies? No, I'm telling you to treat yourself like a king. So the eminently feminine woman naturally wants to be your queen. One comes from fear, red pill BS. The other comes from power. Silent, structured, autonomous power. Fire starters, if you want to maximize attraction this month, follow this exact protocol. Change your visual signals. New year, new grooming, new wardrobe. It signals to her brain that the old version of you, the one she could ignore, that guy is gone. Step two, the intentional invite. Stop hanging out. Look, unless that's what you want to do. Like sometimes I like to just hang around women if I'm not interested in them. Use the ethically masculine scripts, right? I'm starting the year with high intentions. I want to take you out to blank on Friday at 8, right? Stop lingering. Ask. Shoot your shot. Then there's the detachment test, right? If she says no, you don't argue, right? Your autonomy is your shield, my dudes. No worries. Enjoy your night. Then go do something epic without her. To master the dynamics, the specific dynamics of how the ethically masculine man and the eminently feminine woman interact in this season, you have to get my ethical masculinity and EF manuals. I mean, they are the blueprints for the year of 2026, the year that you turn yourself into a completely new version of yourself. And you can find them at www.plantthespark.com. The new year is a psychological open door, and most men trip over the threshold because they're still carrying the baggage of their toxic exes. Fire starters, we are not most men. Don't be most men. Evict the toxicity. Ladies, get rid of that guy who cheated on you, right? Get rid of that loser. Understand your biology and your worth. Build your ACR. Lead with ethical masculinity. The girl you want isn't looking for a new you. She's looking for the real you that isn't afraid to take up space. Be yourself, be authentic, and be confident in who you are. Hit subscribe, join the Firestarters today, my dudes. Get your manuals at www.plantthespark.com. This is the year we stop playing small. I'm Mike. This is Plant the Spark. Happy New Year, boys. Now get to work.